This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers, to another bonus episode of Fable 2. In the last episode, we cleaned up not a whole island and decided to leave it at that. But shortly thereafterwards, upon leaving, it looks like not everything is hunky dory, and we've been tasked to keep going at it, despite the arrogant mayor and everything like that. He's gonna get what's coming to him, but not now. We've got a job to do, and money, and all this other stuff. Now let's open up this. Come on. Where are you going? Where are you going, dude? Come on. Yep. Oh, what the? Oh, I was about to say where to go. I was like, oh, it went inside the thing. I see the treasure, dude. Calm your tits. Oh wait, actually, is the dog I have male or female? I guess not really. The solemn shrinking potion. Yep. Nice. Alright. I guess I have to hit my switches to open those, so let's see what's in there. Oh. Let's see, what is... Oh, we got chicken dance. Let's do it. Do 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 do. I'm flying in the air somehow. How. Yeah, you can see I was floating, so I think I accidentally... Or maybe it was the... reaction model. Whatever. Alright, fly out, dude. Fly out. Where are you going? Where are you going? There you go. Alright, what is this reaction? I guess hopefully you have the chicken dance by this point. Alright, that one's point and laugh. Come on. Come on. Well, actually, that's just laugh. That might not work. Oh no, I guess it worked. Okay. Cool. This one will open the last door. Woo! Oh. It's flying around. It's flying around all crazy. All crazy like. Yeah, I think most of those expressions you had to learn by that point anyway. Because usually the game doesn't, like, if it's areas like these, usually that they're kind of story-based or whatever, or side quest-based, they usually give you the abilities, like, before you get to that point. At least in these types of games, anyway. Oop, another dig spot. Lo and behold, I dig on to the sands untold. What'll be inside, who not knows? Money. I'll just throw this at an old person. More digging. Man, there's a lot of digging in this. Not a whole island has a lot of digging. Wait, are we being attacked or? Because you stopped. Oh, we're being attacked. Okay. I was about to say you stopped doing the dig motion. I was like, what is it? Oh, that's a. Okay, I was actually gonna do. Sonic ability. That should kick most of them out in one go. Give me to use my magic. I've been using my skill ability. Oops. We'll check that out in a bit. I keep out of habit keep sucking up experience even though I don't need it anymore. Yeah, you do something for so long, it just becomes a force of habit. Yeah, will potion. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yep, another dig spot. Yep. Thought there was one over there. I mean, I guess the game's utilizing the dig spots, that's for sure. We dig, 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 dig. We dig the whole night through. We trick, 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 trick. Something, something. It's like I haven't heard that song forever either, so I don't remember all the words. I remember the beat of it. See, was it through a shovel and a pick and a mine, and a mine, and a mine, and a mine, where a million diamonds shine. And even though I have a, it's kind of weird how you can remember certain movies after all these years or songs or whatever. You think I'd remember? You'd think I'd remember more modern movies or things, but you can do fire instead of normal damage with each hit, but cause less weapon damage and take more damage in combat. Yeah. At my level, I don't really need to even do any of that stuff, really. Or use those augments. So, that. There it is. Oh, okay. It didn't give me much of a chance to shoot that. Okay, come on. What? Wow, that gives me like no time to like shoot that one. Okay, shoot that. Oh, okay. Like it looked like it kept resetting, but and maybe it did it a couple of times, but that was weird. Okay. Where's I did this? Okay, I thought I saw a treasure. I think I saw a treasure mark on the dog too, so there's probably treasure around here as well. This is a treasure hunter. What dream in here? Locke would be having a field day. Or any other thief from like Final Fantasy. I'm trying to remember. Let's see. There's the thief class. The second game didn't really have a thief character per se. You could give him a stat, or you could give him a class, or you could build him up thief-like in the second game. That system was weird. Final Fantasy 2 is like the weird black sheep of the family when it comes to like how you level up and gain abilities in that game. And interesting, well, I guess it'd be better to talk about that game if I actually played that game. I don't know if I ever will. If I did, I'd play one of the later versions, like the PSP one or something like that, where it's a bit more polished. But yeah, that was a weird system. It was basically it had a weird leveling up, and you didn't level up in the same way you would other characters. You had to level up stats and abilities that leveled up. Like agility would level up depending on like certain events and effects and stuff like that. Same with like strength, HP. In that game, you had to whack yourself to raise your HP, so you had to damage yourself to get HP. So one of the things you do in random combats, you would just spend time hitting your characters while the enemy did whatever it did. Did it go over? Where'd it go? Oh, it's opening the door. Okay. I was like, I didn't see it go over there, so. Open sesame. So say me. More Hobbs. How'd you get in here anyway? Of course, there's a back door for Hobbs or something like that. It's a Hob bargain. Yep, exciting combat, but that's pretty much the rest of this game. I'm just gonna beat them as fast as or as effectively as I can. So, oh well. For those of you who wanted to like intense combat, you're not gonna get it in these bonus episodes, that's for sure. And I'm not gonna change like different magic spells, all this other stuff, because like I said, I showed that throughout the main game. After a point, there's no real reason to keep swapping out abilities and all that other stuff. Excuse me. More Java potions. I could always use more potions. More potions. See what's up this way. We probably have to hit a switch or something like that. Treasure. What treasure? Better be good for activating it so soon. Oh, there it is. What's inside? Is it got to be a single rupee? Yeah, nightshirt. Nice. I assume the knight has its. Oh, there's a dig spot. I assume the knight also probably has a helmet piece too, before we complete it. All right. more Java potion. Even though I didn't really need it at this point, but hey. Alright, that'll open up that one gate. Ta-da! Too bad a lot of games don't really utilize the look to show you what happened feature. You know, where you can press a button to see like what your actions resulted in. I mean, not a big deal. Sorry, Hobbs, at this point, you're completely worthless. Like a virus. Gold necklace. Could sell that. Or give it to Honey or whatever you want. Probably need to hit a switch for that. Up, and there's the obvious switch right there. Actually, there's a couple of obvious switches. Another book. Volume 3. The tribe's elation at finally finding the island was short-lived. Instead of the balmy, flora-covered paradise they had expected, they found a frozen tundra. The ancient magical civilization who had created the weather totems thousands of years ago did not intend this boon to come without a price, for they feared it would make their lives too easy. To provide the challenge, they set the totems in the 3 shrines, full of dangers to those seeking to use them. The journey to the island was just the beginning of the tribe's trials. Now their strongest warriors would have to face the shrines. Alright. How many of those? We found at least half of them, right? I think. Well, anyway, I haven't really been counting every book I've gotten. I just know we've gotten a few, but... Oh, that's up. Yeah, I know where we are. Yeah. I was about to say, I was like, isn't that a previous area? Of course it is, you moron. And we haven't had to dig anything for quite a while. At first, I was thinking someone in the design team had a digging fetish. And yeah, there probably is something like that. Well, speak of the devil. Alright, where do you want me to dig? I'd rather call Dig Dug. He'd do it a lot faster than I would. Oh well. Yep, that was wholly pointful. Actually, this area is a bit longer than the ice one, or the winter one. At least it seems longer, anyway. Gangrene. Oh, I forgot to read it. Sorry. Actually, I wonder if I can change my hair to that color. Probably. I don't think so. It seems like blue and other such colors don't work on the hair model. Where is it? Maybe I already have it? Oh, I do already have it. Okay, never mind. The light shade of green is positively infectious. I don't remember getting this liquid gold one. Someday the people of Albion will erect great golden statues in honor of your glorious accomplishments. In the meantime, this rarefied dye will make sure you get the gist of it. So, we've got the white hair, which was pretty nice. Let's see what pure blonde looks on us. Not bad, not bad. I think I prefer the white, but we'll stick with that for now. Just keep changing my look every 5 minutes or something like that. Just like a real woman. No, I'm just kidding, sorry. Nah, guys are like that too. We're not as bad, but we'll still do it. The Gangrene Fairy. The most powerful gut rot inducing alcohol in Albion. Those who imbibe this silky acid are likely to see things that are not there, such as pixies, walking tulips, and tiny people baking biscuits. Walking through the tulips with me. Ah. Dang it. Okay. Looks like we got ourselves a little bit of a fire thing to deal with, but... Okay, not pull this. I was about to say, yeah. It said I could pull it, but it's not doing anything. What does that do? Does it just change the looks like it changes the frequency. It looks like it changes the frequency of the fire abilities. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, holy cow. This is why you do not run through the thing. Sheesh. They'll straight up murder you. I knew something was gonna happen, but I didn't think I'd glitch into it. Oh, that turned off the fire completely. Oh yeah, it did. Huh. Very nice. Where's that treasure? Okay. Oh, I forgot my dog had like red eyes. He's positively freaky. The not whole night gaunts. Ooh. Yep. Now we're just missing the head. Well, if it has a headpiece, I'm not sure it does, but. That's where he shot there. Okay. It probably just used it to open up that. Oh yeah, I probably went into that little slot there. Okay, just making sure. I wonder if the headpiece is back in the winter shrine with that one chest I didn't open. Uh-oh. It's the undead. More highwaymen. Got any more? Nope, you got more. I'll summon some undead just to keep them on my back. Well, that was easy. Yeah, ranged kind of makes this game a lot easier. At least that's how I feel anyway. I feel like the skill build is probably the most efficient build in the whole game. Because you can do it at range, and if you get a pistol and you max out, you're just able to shoot every other second. So it's like, why choose the strength build, you know? Then again, it's not. I mean, there are some parts of the game that get a little challenging, but for the most part, the game, I never found the game really that hard after a point. But I guess you could say that about any game, but I never found the game particularly difficult. Alright, let's use the storm totem. And it's going to do what you expect it to do. But let's just watch and see what the let's see what the issue happens with this one. Yep, we're not we just keep coming in causing more trouble. Except we're not the ones who created these things, so I bet I'll have to finish the quest here before I can actually go back to old temples and check for treasures I missed. I bet, because like with the whole winter one, I couldn't go back to that one because the ice had melted on that bridge. Dig spot. Okay, I thought I saw the treasure sign on them there for a second. Come on. Get over there. I'll run back really quick, see if there's like a treasure. Oh, yeah, there is a treasure one because he's... Oh, I think I see it. It's another one of the books. Oh, diamond. Alright, let's see what this one is. Number 9. Number 9. With the island stuck in perpetual winter and none of its inhabitants strong enough to survive the shrines, a local blacksmith set out to create an armor that would protect its wearer against all the trials and dangers one was likely to encounter. It was a magnificent suit, with just one small failing. It was far too heavy for the now weedy and rather useless members of the tribe. They tried to get around this problem just by wearing bits of each, but even the gauntlets made hands too leaden to lift. Boots made feet too sluggish to walk, and the helmet made necks too broken to support living heads. Its many pieces were eventually lost in the shrines. So yeah, I bet the headpieces in the back of the winter shrine. And obviously their clothing they're talking about is, which we've got most of it. Now that we have most of it, I guess I'll switch to that one. I'm doing more outfit switching than I have in the whole game. Typical knight's outfit. Nothing wrong with that. Knights are cool. Yep, looks like not whole island is now flooded this time instead of iced over. It basically becomes like the winter um, place, except
Have you seen the flood outside? There's hardly any town left.
but yeah, it basically becomes like the winter one. It's just water, so you can actually swim in it instead. So anyway, we got now that it's flooded, we need we have more things to packages. So monk's robes, yeah, you can buy those in Oakfield at their clothing shop, as well as random clothing shop owners around the world. Gets us this Judge's Steel. Yeah, of course it's worse. The augment in this weapon causes it to inflict greater damage on evil, supernatural beings such as Banshee and Hollowmen, which we got that if you donate all that money to the one temple. Not much is known of the figure, mostly called a White Judge, only that he sought out wrongdoings wherever he went, and spared no one in order to right them. No sword has struck down more evil or dealt such brutal justice.
They say that weapon once belonged to a holy man who battled evil wherever he went. All I know is that it washed up ashore when my grandmother was just a little girl.
Neat. Weapon of note. Loots, yeah, you can just buy those from most general stores. So you'll probably run across those easily. It's a guitar. An axe, as you will. Axe of Disharmony. Originally built by Gordon Knotholes Island, foremost inventor as an instrument to make a completely new, unique kind of music. It soon proved more useful as a weapon. Its whack to the head of E minor is particularly effective.
That's one of Gordon's inventions. He wanted to create a unique musical instrument. It sounded so bad, he decided to turn it into a weapon instead.
Now that's another thing that reminds me of Brutal Legend, even though this came out way before that. Regal Purple Dye, you can get that. Sometimes a clothing seller will appear in Fairfax Garden. Sometimes the tailor shops in Bowerstone will drop this as well. It's not common though, but yeah, it's the same thing with the Murgos trading. Although I found this one more regularly than the trading manual or whatever. Oops, I didn't mean to equip it.
One of the warriors from the barbarian army who invaded the island a couple of years ago left that weapon as an apology for trampling a flower bed.
Oh yeah, those are from the warrior women that are super, super polite. Let me go back and unequip that again, but let me read it really quick. Slow, blunt. The Brodikins were a race of war. There weren't many people who would argue with them when they were caught. When they caught Sly the vicious, blood-eating weapons they used. Yep. But anyway, back to the best weapon. All right. Let's see. Diamonds, yeah, you'll probably get that from just random quest rewards or whatever. So you most likely will have them plenty by this point. We get the Staff of Wrath. The augment in the staff protects you from scarring and some of the damage you receive. When Will-Earses get angry, people die! No. They cast their most fearsome spells. When they get really, really angry, they bludgeon their enemies to pulp using an old-fashioned stick. Or if you're...
Flush-cheeked dragon. It's Vauldemare, if I'm not mistaken. Can't get more magical than that.
More magical than Dragonbone. Kind of reminds me of when wizards die, they cast their most powerful spells are about to die. It's like the Dresden Files. When wizards die, they can cast a death curse on someone. So if you kill a wizard, hopefully you're either invisible or you're like miles away where they can't see you. Pure experience extract, you can buy those from any potion maker after halfway through the game, I think. After a certain story point, I think after the Crucible, they become easier to buy if I remember correctly. Anyway, a rare ranged weapon. We get Hal's rifle. Yeah, we finally get to complete the Hal outfit after this whole time. Which is weird. You might not be able to even get... It might even be out of place if you didn't get the, collector's edition of this game, because that's the only way you got Hal's armor. So if you got the DLC but not the collector's, you get Hal's rifle. And you're like, oh, that's kind of a cool reference, but That's it. Anyway, yeah, it's worse than my weapon. But still, long ago when Albion was still under the rule of the Old Kingdom, a rift in space opened a portal dimension between dimensions. Through the rift stepped a warrior of immense power, clad in green armor and carrying a striking crystal sword. Though he never revealed his real name, he was known to all as Hal. Few of his enemies were able to withstand the firepower of his sophisticated rifle. Yeah, my...
Most of the items in the shop were invented by people on the island, or found on the shores. There's not much else to do around here.
Yep, and that's it. We get a trophy.
Time I did something different anyway.
Oh.
Good luck with everything. Just remember the chieftain only cares about himself.
Oh, that's true. I almost missed some of her dialogue that we wiped her out. But yeah, we get an achievement for... oh, now we can buy the stonecutter. Beth owns it. The stonecutters of Knothole have taken the art of augmentation to new and interesting places. Knothole Island itself provides rare minerals ideals for shaping powerful augments. Sure, we'll buy it. Alright. Can we actually buy anything from you? Or anything that we actually want.
Get what you
Let's
want.
see. Augment. Oh, yeah. You can actually buy augment removers. So now, previously in the game, if you put an augment on a weapon, it's stuck there. But now with the advent of the DLC, you can actually remove it. Which obviously, when you think about it, you're basically paying for a convenient item to help you in the game. Whatever. It's not like augments are really that hard to find, or it was just all about time. So, anyway, a handy little tool to remove the augments attached to your weapon. Please note that it will not work with the augments attached to legendary weapons. Dang it, due to the magical bond created during the forging of those weapons. I mean, I don't need it, but I'm going to equip it anyway. Masochist. Your life constantly drains, which scares people. You don't care, which scares them. You don't care, which scares them even more. Gold burden. You will earn kill. Yeah, you earn kill for everything you kill. Untapped potential. You gain experience in battle. However, you still have a lot to learn. You cause less damage and take more. Yep. The main game has something like this too. Divine favor, favor. You cause additional damage against evil enemies and less against good. The power of righteousness compels you. Protects you against scarring. Shockingly smooth. Each attack deals electrical damage instead of normal damage. You're more resistant to scarring. Hardwood augment. You take less damage, don't have the scars to show for it. Most of these are just copies of augments you could get through the main storyline. Discipline. Your practical and studied approach to battle earns you more experience than usual during combat.
And it's great.
Rich guilt. The ease with which you will find money on your dead enemies eats at you. Your health constantly depletes down to 75% of its maximum.
There's no final
Luck
item
and
in
life.
this town.
Luck and life. When you hit opponents, their health is drained and transferred to you. In combat, you're hit harder and are more resilient to damage. It's not luck augment. That's what you tell yourself. You deal extra damage, take less, and find gold on your vanquished foes.
You really should.
Like I said, at this point in the game, I don't need to
have
buy
one
any of those,
myself,
but
and it's great.
it's worth considering. And we get some new. Actually, most of these we can already have before. But anyway, yep. Still, they have the option to do that. Okay, so now with it raining, obviously let's get a reward for that. But I think, let me check really quick. I bet now we can go back to the. Not quite, but there are areas we can now get to. Okay, but we'll have to. Might as well just do that when we go back to, because we're gonna have to come back later on and do like one more mission for the mayor. Fine time to be marrying. Yeah, quit running away from me, dudes.
Oh, rain, glorious rain. I've saved the island once again, all thanks to the cunning guidance I've offered you. You carried out your instructions well, and I commend you. Consider the new shopping opportunities to be your reward. Now, I must oversee the collection of water and make sure everybody pays the proper rain toll.
You're really annoying me, dude. But thanks to you, the great Knothole heat wave has come to an end. Lakes will fill, crops will grow, baths will be had. The augment shop will now have access to its stock now, too. Hooray! But, yep, time to leave and and be asked to come back. I'll go and I'll go ahead and play long enough to I'll go ahead and play long enough to just activate the next quest, because you know we're gonna have to.
Didn't get to be sheriff. Not my
Let me see if just talking to the oh, what? There's no reason to, you know what? I could just teleport. There's no reason to pay you that. But I make so much money anyway that's not really that big of a deal. But still, it's like, why have it pay? We can just teleport there via the guild symbol or whatever. I guess it's a I don't know what the word is. It's story. I don't know. Just makes the world feel more believable, I guess. But anyway, now a new quest line is opened up with not whole drowning. Now we have to save them once again. Not that we really want to. We're just doing it for the thrills, I guess. I don't think this DLC has any specific like moral decisions. If it does, it's like at the very end, maybe with the mayor. But I think that might be the only one, if there is. Well, other than the sacrificing someone for the dog. But if you're saving the dog, I don't really consider that a moral.
Chiefs make the rain go away. I'm just a poor, unelected official.
Hero, help me! I'm only an elected official. I can't make decisions by myself.
So, the bringer of drizzle, flooding, and chaos returns. Your meddling must have angered the gods, because they haven't stopped spitting at us since you left. I hold you personally responsible, and there's only one way we can resolve this unfortunate situation. You must find the final totem and restore the power over the weather to me. I mean, to us. Enter the storm shrine and bring me us the ice totem, and you will be compensated, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's always the same. Whenever any little thing goes wrong, it's always my fault. Rain, sunshine, appropriation of town funds. Assuming the rains haven't washed it away, the storm key should be buried somewhere over there. Do this great deed, and you, shall be remembered always as our greatest hero. Absolutely.
Better dang well do that. Well, looks like we've got one more thing to do to save Not Whole Island. Our reward for this should be great, hopefully. Will we be able to save the island from flooding? Will the mayor get what he wants without any repercussions whatsoever? Find out next time in the next bonus episode of Fable 2. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.